Hello guys, welcome back to another EES video. Today, in this video, we'll be talking about vectors and scalars, and this will be a broad introduction to this concept. Now, before we get started, it's worth noting that vectors and scalars are both used in physics and mathematics, and after this video, we'll be releasing a couple of videos that consider both those topics in advance. So, there will be some videos about vectors in mathematics and some videos about vectors in physics, but essentially they both are interchangeable and the same concepts are used in both subjects. So first, let's define what a vector is. Vector, a quantity having direction as well as magnitude, especially as determining the position of one point in space relative to another. So what this means is, actually before we even start talking about that, let's talk about scalar. A scalar is a quantity having only magnitude, not direction. So by magnitude, it means a number. So for example, a scalar is time, so seconds. So you would say, how long do I have to microwave this food for? And somebody would say 5 seconds. Now, nobody says 5 seconds up or 5 seconds down when talking about time because it's a scalar. You only say one number and that's the magnitude. Now, when we're talking about vector, you talk about a number as well as a direction. So an example of a vector is velocity. So you could say that I'm going 45 miles an hour in the north direction. That's velocity. Now, velocity compared to speed, sorry for this bad handwriting. Velocity versus speed. They both sound like they're the same thing, but they're not. Now, velocity is a vector and speed is a scalar. So, as I just said earlier, you could be saying I'm going 45 miles an hour, and that alone would just be speed. But once you add that I'm going 45 miles an hour in the north direction, then it becomes a vector. So, some other examples would be, instead of using this, let's use this. Would be distance versus displacement. So, distance would be a scalar and displacement would be a vector. So you could say distance like I ran 2 miles. You're just saying how far you ran. You're not saying in which direction you did go. However, displacement is referring to, since it says here, especially as determining the position of one point in space relative to another, that can be applied to displacement. So you could be saying that guy moved 4 miles in the northeast direction, and that would be displacement. So this video is just meant to serve as a basic introduction to vectors and scalars. As I said earlier, we'll be releasing some more videos on further explaining this, and that's it for this video. Hope you guys have a good one.